Hi, welcome to Art Draw. Today we're going to draw Mechagodzilla from Fortnite. So let's get in there at the top. Let's sort of work on the outline first of all. So I'm going to go up to the top. Let's pop a dot about there. I'm just going to draw out the head area. So I'm going to come this way. It's going to be looking over this way. So I'm just going to sort of get my pen, just bring it along here. Nice sort of slightly off diagonal line. Then I'm going to come down here. This is where his eyebrows are. So just going to draw in a sort of serious brow there. And actually, like the front of his mouth and his jaws are around here. So what I'm going to do is just get him in about here. Just going to draw like upwards, link up with that line. Then I'm going to sort of come out a bit further, sort of here. Then I'm going to go sort of inwards, sort of this way, where the front of his sort of mouth is. And I'm going to come down sort of either side here, join that up. Then I'm going to kind of come in, sort of draw the front of like the mouth area. It's going to come in here with like these sort of teeth going on, then come sort of further back into the mouth, sort of draw in kind of like diagonal, straight diagonal line there. We've got like the inner part of the mouth. Then I'm going to come out sort of the lower part of the jaw. We'll come out here, draw in these sort of mecha teeth like that. Then the jaw area sort of goes in there. So I guess like here, I'm going to draw a line there, maybe a line here where his lower jaw is. Join that up. Then I can kind of come up, sort of draw the sort of teeth on there and bring it down and just link that up there. Then what I can do is just draw the lower part of the jaw sort of here. So I'm going to come upwards a bit and then I'm kind of going to go back to about here. Then what I'm going to do, let's just mark a little dot there. Just going to join it up there and then come back in around here. So I'm getting sort of, you can see sort of this Mecha Godzilla sort of look coming on pretty good now. Let's draw another little diagonal line here for the top of his head going round. Then we'll just sort of cap that off. So just going to draw a line in there and then we'll just go up to that point there. Right, that's a good outline for the head and the sort of the top of the head. Let's go down to where the neck is. So from this point here where I've just draw a nice sort of line down there. Then the neck sort of comes down this way too, so just draw a nice sort of line there. So it's got like a nice sort of wide, chunky neck. It's kind of like a little circular point that comes around here. And then he's got like another little sort of diagonal sort of comes around like that. Let's just bring that right up here and come up here a bit further out, and then we can just draw around that point down. Lots of like little intricate bits on Mechagodzilla. Okay, shoulder areas here. What I'm going to do is sort of just draw these sort of big shoulder pads he's got. So this one is sort of coming out from here, sort of like a nice sort of diagonal that comes out this way. Kind of loops down here, maybe sort of down this way, just taper it out a bit. I'm just going to link it up. So just going to draw a line between the two, like that. Then on this side, it kind of comes down a bit further this way because of his pose. So I guess there's kind of a line out about here. This comes down this way, so a nice sort of link down there. The other sort of side comes down here. Then we're just going to link the two lines up like that. Cool. All right, next up, let's start looking at these arms. This side, the arms sort of coming out this way, but they're quite sort of rectangular and blocky. So just going to draw a line in here, out, and then like diagonal. Then what I'm going to do is just bring my pen along this way, yeah, and then from here I'm going to bring my pen along just like the upper arm, so along again like that. Then what I'm going to do is sort of draw a little line, so we'll come out a little bit of a way, just draw a little line here and then just link them up, 1, 2, like that. Okay, on this side kind of going to come down, I guess, from about this point, so just going to pop a little dot there. Nice line down here. Then what I'm going to do is kind of draw a line inwards here, and then we're going to just angle it ever so slightly there and up, and then just draw a little line in the middle there, just bring it up to about that point at the moment. Okay, that's cool. There's sort of like a ball joint going around this, so I'm just going to sort of draw in a little sort of joint that's like circles around it like this. Sort of comes around this way, down like that. At the moment, maybe just link it up in the middle. Right, got that joint in there, the arms in there. So let's continue the arm points here. So again, there's a little joint going on here. So I'm just going to draw a little curve there and a little curve there, sort of like that middle point. And I'm going to draw the forearm. So I'm going to pop like a line in about here. This is kind of going to come diagonally down there and then diagonally sort of out that way. And then we can just draw the longer parts of the forearm. So one line there, one here. And again, there's sort of like a little link here, and we'll just join those up like that. Okay, while we're here, let's just draw like the mecha hand in. So it's going to do a circle here for like the middle part of the claw. This sort of loops off here and a bit sort of there. Then I'm going to pop his claws in. So let's just go, sort of pop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for a claw there. And then we'll just draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Then a little hint of a claw here, so just bring your pen out and in. And then there's another little one here, so I'm just going to draw a little claw like that there. Cool. Okay, on this side, I'm going to come out this way. So the little ball joint, I guess, is sort of here. So I'm just going to draw a little nice little curve there. Then I'm going to draw nice line in here, and then I'm going to like loop it up, so just link it with the forearm area sort of there. Same thing around here, just going to sort of link it to about this point. This kind of caps off, so I guess it kind of comes out down here, down. Maybe just link those up, a couple of lines, and then it kind of comes in sort of a rectangular point there. Maybe a little circle here again for the claw area, just join those lines up. And then what I can do is just go sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, in. Then down here we can do 1, 2, 3, 4. Then in the middle go 1, 2, 3, 4. Back there. Then maybe there's just a hint of one coming out sort of over here. So 1, 2, 3 like that, and maybe just pop it in there. So I've got that like outer part of the lines there. Okay, let's go in here. It's all quite intricate, so we'll just keep going. So pop a couple of dots here, and there's a little line, sort of like a medium part here. So I'm just gonna sort of pop almost like a linking sort of tube going on there. So that's in the centre. From here, I'm just gonna draw two little it's almost like the chest area. So I'm gonna pop my pen out, curve around there, come down this way and back. And then this side, I'm gonna maybe from about this point, just curve my pen around there, down like that, and then curve it back like that, okay? The stomach area, sort of torso, I'm just going to continue this curve. So this curve we started here, then just sort of break off and loop down. And here we'll continue that, just loop down to there, and then join those areas up. And the back area here, what we can do a nice line sort of down from maybe that point there. Nice sort of line downwards like that, okay? Right, now I've got an inner part of the leg, probably comes down to about here. So I'm just going to draw like a little rectangular element like that. And then we can do those outer legs. So from here, there's sort of two like plates on those legs, and they're like long rectangles. So I'm going to draw a line out here, come downwards on either side like that. Just link them up. We'll do the same on this side. We'll come out sort of to about here. Nice line about there. Then we're going to come downwards. And this side will come downwards here. And then just link those up. It's got sort of two rectangular bits, and that's like the placeholder really for the rest of the legs. So there's a little element sort of links to Mechagodzilla here. So just a couple of lines there, links to it. Then here sort of loops into the central part of him. So sort of one. And then I guess sort of one that comes in like that. So kind of like just holds him together. And then we've got sort of blocky legs. So if we look at this one, we sort of come down. Okay, and what I'm going to do is sort of come from that bit, let's go down here, and then I'm going to just draw downwards a nice line there, and then we'll just bring it back up to that line. This side, see a little bit more of the angle of the leg, so I'm just going to pop a dot there. This sort of comes into that rectangle, this sort of comes downwards, and then we're going to come sort of down here, so about this point. So I'm just going to draw nice straight line there. Then just bring that up. There's like a linking line here, so we can just draw in that linking line there. And then we can just come across a nice line there, across there. As we get to the knees, there's a couple of hexagons, right? That's the knee pads. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Over here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just join it up there, 6. And then there's sort of like almost like little shield bits coming off these knee pads. So I'm just going to draw a couple of triangular bits like that. This one's not quite triangle because it kind of flips up. And then here, same sort of thing. So line there down, bring it out and up. And then here, sort of a little bit sort of chips out from there. Then we just sort of block this now with a little line that sort of comes around either side. And then in there, probably should just sort of link these up and just draw in sort of just linking lines. And then we've got the lower part of the legs. So they're again sort of like two major rectangle parts. So I'm gonna sort of come out from here, down, across, up. On the other side, down, across, and up. On this side, his legs come out this way, so we see a bit more of this side here, but this kind of comes down here, around, up. And on here, it kind of comes down and up like that. Now, there's a couple of little lines as we're going to the feet, so just draw in maybe a little bit longer. One there, kind of like one sort of here, sort of here. We'll just loop in a line across, a little curve line across there, so we're just joining it up. And then we can just draw the feet. So this side, we've got a little sort of curved kind of rectangle first of all. Just put a couple of links on either side and curve that up. Then as we're there, we can just draw the feet in. So it's going to come down to a little sort of claw point, back up and in. This side down, come out a bit further and in. So there's sort of like claws coming out, sort of down that way, cross like that, and then down that way and sort of in part there. This side, kind of got that loop in again, so just draw sort of looping rectangle, it's like nice curved oval. Then we can kind of come down, so draw a claw there, draw it out from here, up, like that. Another one here, in, and then just a hint of one at the edge there. Just going to draw a little sort of back part of the foot where the heel is, and that'll go there. Okay, that's pretty much the major outline part of Godzilla, Mechagodzilla. Let's just pop some detail in, a bit of a tail first of all as well. So tail sort of comes underneath here. So what I'm going to do is sort of swoop down probably from this sort of corner of the inner part of his leg, just sort of swoop downwards like that. And then on the outside here, sort of come up from sort of that corner point there, nice sort of swooping curve, and then a nice harsh end to it. There's almost like a little curved sort of shield bit on it. So I'm just going to draw a little like curved rectangle on it there. And then all we need to do is just keep drawing up to that point there, okay? Right, cool. Okay, there's a couple of little sort of scale bits on here, so I'm just going to sort of fill these in. So just little rectangles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. I'm just going to start colouring them in, so we've got like a little bit of inking going on now. Just helps sort of balance our picture. And then while we're there, let's just put in some sort of curves, sort of showing the mechanisms of the tail. So these can just sort of nicely curve around and they continue into here. So sort of there's one here and there's one about there as well. Okay, this middle part of the leg, let's just join it up. So I'm just going to pop in a couple of lines like that. And then what I'll do with the inner part, we'll just colour it in so it's like within Mechagodzilla's mechanisms and machinery. Okay, right, starting to come together now. Let's continue where we are at the base here. Let's just pop in some detail. So sort of in the middle part here, I'm just going to pop in a few little nice little curves. Just start adding that detail. A few little intricate lines maybe going on around these parts. Again, sort of little sort of mecha bits going on around here. I think they're up around on these sort of shield bits as well. So I'm just going to draw some little bits in there. Then maybe some just on these rectangles, these hexagons, just draw a few little detail bits in there. And And I think as well in these bits, let's just fill those bits in black, so we're starting to see just it's nice with the detail just to have some of this in, so we're just blocking those in like that, starting to come together. Okay, as we're working up this chest point here, I'm going to sort of pipe it with another little loop here, so I'm just going to come in, loop around there, nice, and then we've got like 1, 2, 3 like nice little linking loops in there. Now this chest plate here, there's a couple of curves, so I'm just going to draw in a couple of curves like that either side. Yeah, it's starting to come together a bit now. And then on this edge part here, there's a couple of little sort of scale parts. So I'm just going to draw a nice sort of scale part sort of coming out here, just a couple of diagonal lines, sort of just bring it out a bit on that side, and on here another one as well. And then the mechanism within here, there's like a looping point here, so I'm just going to draw a little bit in there, and I've almost got like little arrow points going on. So 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. We'll just link in with those inner parts around here, and then where the arrow point is, we'll just continue a line across there. Just adds a nice little bit of detail here. Now this part is sort of lacking a little bit, so there's a few little pipes here, so I'm just going to draw in sort of a few little lines and then just curve them at the top, so like little pipes. And then sort of like this part here, I'm just going to draw just a little sort of joint in the middle there like that. Then there's a little joint where the head sort of comes down like this, so just a little sort of chip of a point. And then maybe this sort of shield area is a little line there, but apart from that, what I'm going to do, I think, is just sort of fill in this sort of nice sort of black area. That works quite nicely. I think that works in that little chip sort of triangular area there. Or let's just join up here. And then maybe there's a little bit of hatching just in there, so it sort of goes into that darker portion too. Then as we go to the arms, yeah, there's a couple of little sort of line areas. We can just pop in some little lines. Maybe there's a couple of little lines on these areas here, and we can just put some little lines in. It sort of adds to the detail sort of area of these. In here at the top, we can just make a little square areas going on, and again we can kind of join in there. Maybe just put little lines in, and again there's sort of just pop in some little sort of square joints around there. Just adds to the detail. Here as well, maybe just a few little bits there, and then we'll just join it together a little bit too. Okay, yeah, don't want to add too much, but just enough to make it look interesting, right? This top area here, we could just sort of pop in a couple of lines on the edges. There's almost like a mid-section line as well, and maybe a couple of little lines coming out and out there. Great, okay. As we go to the neck area, a couple of little joint parts, so I'm just going to put some little curves. Maybe there's a little curve in here. And then this joint part, as it goes up to the jaw, there's almost like just a little joint either side of that, and then we can just put in, again, a few little sort of curvy mechanisms so it moves. Let's put in, maybe there's just here, there's a couple of little lines, maybe a little bolt going on about there, and then just a few little lines here. And then we're just going to pop a little eye in at the top here. So I'm just going to make sort of an angry eye, so a little brow, sort of diagonal line. Then I'm just going to draw a nice little circle with a dot in it, just to show he's quite angry. In the middle here, I'm just going to put some more teeth in. So just on this point here, I'm just going to sort of come backwards there. Just draw in some sort of pincery teeth, so it looks a bit more menacing. And then I'm just going to draw the edge here. Maybe just put a couple of lines in. Maybe just leave a little bit around that area there. And then got his scales at the top here, so I'm just going to sort of draw these in. So there's quite a few. I think there's one sort of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a hint of a fifth one, and maybe just one bit further at the front. Makes him look a bit more like Mechagodzilla. And then what I might do is just draw in a sort of couple of little lines on the tail so it looks like movement. Maybe just on the edges here, just a couple of little cool little lines like dink marks. Maybe it's like had a few battle areas going on, so kind of adds to that. Maybe a few little cross-hatching lines there and a few more little lines there, just to give it a little hint of sort of shadow going on. Maybe in this point around here, just put a few little lines in, maybe on the ball area, just a couple of little sort of curves. And then what I might do is just sort of go around that edge and just beef up the character a bit. So just give him a nice sort of edging, and here sort of just beef him up so he's just got that sort of menacing look about him. So just go around the edges, sort of just outline him, especially because there's so much detail going on. Take your time on this. And when it comes to colouring him, he's quite sort of robotic and grey, but I would recommend just having a look at sort of those more bright areas. He's got some sort of glowing elements to him. That'd be quite nice to do. Sort of make the most of sort of like the sort of little bits that light up. On the skin. Just sort of beef up those major sort of points of articulation. Yeah, there we go. That's looking better now. So now you've got a bit more of a clear distinction between the outline and the inner working areas. And again, if you just want to add a few little sort of dinks and things like that, just to make him look like, you know, that little bit more kind of robotic, just a few little lines here and there, sort of make a big difference. Quite nice for the character to have. And there we go. That is Mechagodzilla on Art Draw. Please do like and subscribe. Let me know who else to draw, and I'll keep on going. Thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you soon.